Hello, I'm Tanguy Jacobin. We are on K2 Born and more specifically on the external analysis series in strategy. And the topic of the day is what is a competition framework? As you can see, lots of tools to understand better your competitors. And this is not random issue. It's a key aspect of the future of your business because if you don't make the sales, they will. So why don't you try to sell them a little bit of their piece of cake? Okay, so I'm going to show you the framework. We're going to have an example to illustrate it, and after there will be a wrap up plus option to tutorial, obviously, if you're interested in. Okay, so let's go on. So how does it work? Well, basically, what you try to figure out is to understand and to recapitulate all the moves of the competitor. And what can I do? Well, it's the option of opportunities that can arise. Based on this, you will have the hypothesis. So you will be able to diagnose according to history, to the sector, what you can do. And last but not least, you will have as well to make a profile of the capabilities. Strengths and weaknesses will be detailed, but it will tell you, hey, you cannot go for 10 moves with the amount of cash that you have currently. You need to choose between 3 small action or 1 big action. Interesting, isn't it? So, or you are too much dependent of a competitor. So what do you do? Sooner or later, you have to think about it. These are the elements that globally and at each level you need to answer. And you need to make for this framework for all your competitors. Okay. At the end, what will you be able to say? Well, you will try to answer these 4 questions that are in the at the intersection of these 4 issues. Is your competitor satisfied with his current positioning? Yes, no, why? So why is the most interesting? If not, what can they change in order to be more satisfied? And what can you hurt to damage more your competitor? So it's a bit warrior, it's a semantic of warrior, but if you want to strive, well, you cannot be always winning some market share in a winning market and so on. You got sometimes that's somewhat difficult, and in that sense, you need to find out some issues where you can offer something different. Okay, so this is something really important. And among the opportunities that exist, take into consideration the weakness of your computer. Where can you hit even more? So, for instance, if we take the case of Samsung, we can see it's a fantastic company that is number 1 and number 2 in many sectors. So they are in cell phone, they are in smartphones, they are in TV and DVD, they are in white product, and well, they're almost everywhere. No, they don't have their operating system. Was it possible to forecast it? Yes, it was. But at some point, if you're working with Google and all Samsung cell phone until recently, because now they launch, as you know, their own operating system, say, hey, Google is going to kill them sooner or later. And because you've got in the domotic area, you've got everything's entering into. You can use your cell phone as a remote control. It's fantastic. So it was possible to forecast that sooner or later they will enter into these dynamics. Then is it going to work out properly? Well, you can see that they launched in May or June, I don't remember, 2014, their first cell phone with Tencent, their printing system, and if it works, well, it would be surprising. I mean, at first, what can we hope? What we can hope is that in 2-3 years they will have a fantastic operating system. 2-3 years. But it's a big problem for Google, because basically if they lose Samsung, if they lose their ability to get all the information of all the people that a Samsung cell phone, smartphone, tablet, all the information, how we use domotics, the value of all this information it can provoke a huge damage for Google. And in some way, you will always want people that say that number one company in innovation right now is no more Apple, obviously. It's no more Google, it's Samsung. You will say some company will disagree. Some of you will still put Google number one. You got lots of expectation concerning the Google Glass and other, but Samsung is definitely the one company that is most disruptive over time. Okay, so coming back to general issues about competitor framework, what can we say? Pay lots of attention to your competitor. Above all, about the convergence of businesses and technologies. If you make a good benchmark, you can have as well some good tips to behave adequately as a new entrant. As well, but this is not what you should desire, but it's better to be ready to go with this as well. If you are forced to exit, well, better to know how some company did do well in this field as well, and think about it twice, because what is going to happen is that the real strategic moves are limited over time. What does it mean? It means that if you're not happy with your positioning, you need to move extremely fast, because if your competitor thinks out of the box faster than you, well, you're dead. And if you get offside, I'm just saying it during World Cup, well, it's a pain. You should have scored, just remaining a few meters, a few yards. So it's a matter of team. You need to be sure that within the company, all the team members are going towards the same goal, paying lots of attention to what happened outside, to be able to internalize it at best. Okay, so this is it. This was how can you create your own competitor profile on K2Born. I'm Tony Jacopin. Hope you have a nice day. Bye-bye.